Hello?
Hello, can you see me?
Yep, I can see you. How are you today?
I'm fine. What's your name?
My name is Brandon. I think we've spoken before.
I think so because your looks familiar to me. As I have spoken to you earlier, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. How have you been?
I'm fine. And you?
Yep, I'm doing well. Thank you. What
That's
shall
great.
we do today? I assume that you have done a few lessons by now. Do you have a particular topic or section that you left off on?
Uh, you can take, it is up to you. You go
Okay.
to the conversation way or you can take the session. It is totally up to you.
All right. Let's talk about. Um, are you close with your family?
No, currently I'm away from my family since I am a student. So that's why I'm set out for education purpose and I am out of my family.
Okay. So let's do. What about city life? How about this?
That means in earlier lessons, what I have taken, that means I have clearly explained what I'm doing, and I am again telling you that I am a student of engineering. That means I'm pursuing my bachelor's of technology in the electrical engineering domain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for that purpose, I'm out of my home, and generally you miss your family, but at the same time, you have to do your studies for the futures as well. So all these things is going parallelly.
Of course, yeah. I left home as well to go to school, and I've been, away from my family for years. So I completely understand. So let's talk
Yeah.
about this lesson here. We'll warm up. We'll get started with the following questions. Do you live
Okay.
in a city, a suburb, or the countryside?
Yeah, I live in a city that is a small city, you can say. Not a
Mm-hmm.
big city here, but I am continuing my studies, what I have got to my examination. So that is it.
Uh-huh. So it's a smaller city.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there is another word that is a suburb. What is suburb? Can you tell me? I'm not able to understand what this is.
So the suburbs would be the neighborhoods or the homes, the family homes that are outside of a city, right? Maybe people work in the city. There's, big buildings, office buildings, skyscrapers, apartments. Those are all in the city. But
Okay.
the suburbs would be neighborhoods, right? Maybe the parks are in there. Maybe there's like, some schools up at the end of the street. It's more of a quieter area, not as much traffic or not a lot of workplaces either, right? You won't find
Okay.
too many office jobs or anything like that in the suburbs. It's more of just areas where you live, where you'll find homes.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for explaining me. Now I got it clear.
Cool. So you've already answered this one, so I will skip it. How about the third one? Do you like where you live now, or do you prefer the hometown that you grew up in?
No, I just love this place. You know, for some certain reason, I am here. So I'm currently enjoying this place and beauty of this place. But I hope for the traveling new places as well. But
Hmm.
if you talk about the hometown and grew up city, that is also lovable to me. Whenever I get free times in my weekend days or likewise, so I just often travel to my hometown as well.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you appreciate both.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, very nice. Um, all right. So the vocabulary here. Take a look at this page. Tell me if there's any words that are unfamiliar to you, and then just read through the word here and just make sure that you get the
Yeah,
pronunciation right.
I am familiar with all these words which are mentioned here. I was not familiar to the suburb you have explained to me, and all those
Hmm.
remaining words are earlier known to me as well. So not any
Cool.
issue. You can skip that as.
All right, very good. Could you just read through each word real quick on this side?
Okay, so from starting or which one you
Yep,
want to just let me read?
yep, yep. Just start at the top and then just go straight down.
So you want to read me explanation or the topic and the explanation?
No, just the word. So you can just say suburb,
Okay.
population.
Suburb, population, convenience, crime rate, transportation to commute.
Very good. All right, so describe the picture. Looking at the picture on the left, describe the city as much as you can. Try using some of the vocabulary words from this lesson. So take a look at this picture. I don't know exactly where it is, but as you can see, it's a bigger city. It looks like it's on a river. What are some things that you can tell me about a bigger city like that?
I think bigger city has their charm on such a ways. That means if I take a picture from the topmost place, you can say. So I think that place looks often calm and just drowned in the silence and all those things which I can see from here this picture.
Hmm.
And they have a very good lighting system, and they have some beaches as well. That means they have some good water bodies, what I can see, and all these things they are having. And basically if I conclude after mixing all these things, then I can say there are a lot of wasting place and silence place. That means you can travel over here from your surrounding and friends, colleagues, with to whom you want to. So all these things which I can conclude you, just I just told you.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there. Um, it definitely looks like a nice place to walk around, walk down the river. This place over here, I think, as you said, is probably a lot quieter than, in the actual city bits over here. You know, very good. Can you read this passage aloud, please?
Yeah. I live in Boston. It is the capital of Massachusetts and is one of the oldest cities in the United States. The population of Boston is approximately that is 7 lakh 2018 by the counting of 2018. Boston is the
Seven
fun,
hundred thousand.
yeah, 700,000, or it is 7 lakh here in India. If I say, just
Okay.
I read it 7 lakh.
Okay.
Okay, so you said 700,000. It's a reading style from your country, and if I talk for mine, so in India, just Indian number system. If I read, then it is 7 lakh. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. If
so
you
Boston,
were speaking in English or speaking to English speakers, they would not
okay,
know what 7 lakh meant. So it would
that's great.
probably.
That's great thing you mentioned to me. What I will say, 700,000, isn't it?
Hmm. Very good.
Okay,
All right. You can continue.
okay. Boston is a fun tourist destination, and Boston Marathon in April is one of the most popular events. However, it is one of the highest cost of living in US.
Yeah. Very good. And then for this month here, make sure you really accentuate the A. So it's April. All right.
So what I said, can you tell me?
April.
Okay, so what I should say?
You should say A, right? You want to go harder on the A. So instead of it being like an A, like an April, like
April.
you don't want to say it the
Now it's
same as
fine.
apple. You don't want to say it's not apple, right? It's like ape,
So
right?
okay, I'm just going on. Just let me know I'm wrong or right.
Hmm.
April,
Yep, April.
April.
Ape. Like the monkey, the ape, right?
Yeah, I know ape, ape.
Okay, so April, April.
So I'm telling you, April,
Mm-mm. So April.
April.
That's it. Yeah, very good.
That's great. Thank you.
Uh huh. All right, so I think that this is also going to be something that you are familiar with and that we could probably skip over. Let me know.
Yeah,
You know the how to do comparatives.
yeah, I know.
Cool. All right. How about superlatives?
Yeah, I know this as well.
Okay. All right. So you don't have to look at the picture. Obviously, this is like, a little bit more basic, but think about what are 5 differences between a city and the suburbs, right?
So, okay, if you talk about the difference between city and suburb, this is the, if I talk about the similarities, then both the places are just location, but location on this basis, I'm saying that means city has a lot of story buildings in comparison to the suburbs, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They
Yep.
have
There
good
are.
medical facilities, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So they have good medical facilities and they have some luxurious places to visit on in comparison to the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
And we generally just see all these things new to the cities in the comparison of suburbs, and we just switch to the cities from the suburbs to just get jobs and all these opportunities which are not being available in the suburbs area.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So
Very good.
all this difference I can see.
Mm-hmm. And I would
Yeah.
have to. I would have to agree with you. Um,
Okay, thanks. No, no, it's if I explain not in such a manner, what
uh-huh.
in what way you want it, so you can give suggestion me as well. It will be
Yeah, of
beneficial
course.
for you.
Yeah, no, of course. The only thing there is if you wanted to say things more like this, right? Where you're using the more exciting than, right? If you were trying to kind of go off of that type of statement, I would suggest saying something like
Yeah, you're right.
the city is more busy than the suburbs, right?
Yeah, then
Um,
suburbs. Yeah, you're right.
there is more traffic in the city than there is in the
Yeah, then the
suburbs.
suburb. Yeah, you're right.
So just things like that. But what you said is all true. What I asked you to do, I asked you just to give me 5 comparisons between the city and the suburbs, and you did that. This was just kind of going off of the superlatives and the comparatives, but as we skipped through those, it wasn't really important for you to kind of do that because, as we said, you know them. So
Yeah,
we'll move
you're
on
right.
to this part. So, which place do you like to live in the most? Why? Do you think your answer will change in 30 years? So, you currently live in the city, correct? You've always
Yeah, you're
lived in the
right.
city? Have you always lived in the city?
Yeah, no, basically, I love rural population, this because rural place is such a place that means you are just grown from since your childhood, and
Mm,
you love people in such a way of village people that they are very loyal than the comparison to the suburb or city people because they are too selfish and busy in their own schedules while no
mm,
one is care for the second person what is happening here. Let's suppose you met an accident on city, so people are just so busy in their works that means they will not let you to the hospitals. It's rare, but at the same time if you met with an accident in a rural population area, then certainly people will care for you and they will let you to the hospital. So all these things and rural population area, if I talk about, then people are very genuine, they are very calm, composed, and not hectic schedule they are having, so they live in harmony and peace. So that is another thing which I charmed with. So
mm,
all these things, but for facilities, that means medical facility, good treatment, and good education and good living beings, for that purpose cities can be good. But at the same times if you talk about me and my personal opinion, then I will
mm,
suggest I love peace and harmony over the facilities, but at the same time you can't deny from the facilities as well.
mm, mm. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah,
There is just a better quality of life when you're away from the city and out in the suburbs. As you said, your neighbors are, more likely to be a part of your life on a more personal
yeah,
level than
yeah,
the friends you may meet in the city. As you said, probably wouldn't even show up to help you if you were in the hospital. Very
yeah,
good.
you're right.
All right. So, how about this question here? If you could choose, which city would you like to live in the most and why?
I think I will suggest the name of a city near me. That means that will not known to you. But
Mhm.
the basic reason is what I love. That means I'll just get there my childhood friends and
Mhm.
all the living beings which loved me so much. So that's why I will choose that
Yeah.
place as well.
Very nice. Very nice. Good answer. It was nice seeing you again. And I hope you have a good
Yeah,
rest of your
it
day.
was nice conversation with you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.